Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the Pharmaceutical Organic Chemistry 1 syllabus that is to be studied in the semester 2 of B.Pharm course as per the new PCI syllabus. So the syllabus basically comprises of 5 units, and the objective of this syllabus is that after the complete enrichment of knowledge that are included in the syllabus points, the students will be able to write the structure, definitely chemical structure, name, and the type of isomerism of the compounds. But there is a limitation of this particular syllabus point, that it is only mentioning the structural isomerism for this particular course and this particular section. The students will be able to write the reactions, name of the reactions, and orientation of the reactions which are related to elimination reaction and substitution reactions. They will be also able to understand the concept of reactivity and stability of compounds, which is based on certain basic aspects like the resonance, like the stability, transition states, etc. They will be able to identify the organic compounds and write their uses very efficiently, and also improvise the concepts in day-to-day life. Okay, so let's start the review. Unit 1 comprises of the concepts related to the classification, nomenclature, and isomerism of the organic compound. This includes, firstly, you have to study about the classification of organic compounds, how the organic compounds are classified on the basis of their structure. Common and IUPAC nomenclature system of the organic compounds are to be studied in the next section. The limitation of this section is only 10 carbon containing opaque chain and carbocyclic compounds are to be discussed in this section. Structural isomerism related to organic compounds are to be discussed in the third and the last section of Unit 1. Now let's discuss about Unit 2. The Unit 2 basically deals 3 sub-chapters, that is alkanes, alkenes, and conjugated dienes. But this unit does not deal with the preparation and reactions of these compounds as per the syllabus, and only some important points related to this molecule are discussed in the section. In the first section of this Unit 2, we have to study about the sp3 hybridization technique and sp2 hybridization technique of alkanes and alkenes respectively. We have to also discuss about the stability of alkenes, halogenation reaction of alkanes, and lastly a section containing uses of paraffin has to be studied. The second section of this unit is a very important section as per the syllabus is concerned, which includes your E1 and E2 reactions. These E1 and E2 reactions are basically the subtypes of elimination type of reaction, which involves the formation of your double bond, carbon-carbon double bond. So in this concept, you have to study the kinetics, order of reactivity of alkyl halides, rearrangement of carbocations, SETGEF orientation, and evidences. So these are completely related to your alkyl halides and its removal, which will lead to the formation of your alkenes. Another point that has to be discussed in this section is the ozonolysis type of reactions and the Markovnikov orientation, free radical addition reaction and anti-Markovnikov orientation to form basically added product. The addition reaction actually deals with the breakdown of the double bond, and the elimination reaction deals with the formation of the double bond. So in this section you have to study both. The stability of the conjugated dienes has to be discussed in the next section of this unit. In this section you have to study about the electrophilic addition, free radical addition. Now free radical addition is already discussed in the previous section, but here also you have to discuss with respect to the conjugated dienes and the alicyclic rearrangements. Okay. Now coming to the unit 3. Unit 3 is completely dedicated to the two broad chapters, which is alkyl halide and alcohols. Now in alkyl halide section you have to discuss about the SN1 and SN2 reaction, which is again one of the very important reaction or concept related to the syllabus. Okay, we have to also study the kinetics, order of reactivity of alkyl halides, stereochemistry and the rearrangement of carbocation based on the alkyl halide, which we have already studied in the elimination reaction content in the previous unit. The next section of this unit deals with the study of SN1 and SN2 reactions, but in a comparative point of view. What are the factors that are basically responsible for the SN1 and SN2 reaction? We will deal this section based on the differentiation between the SN1 and SN2 based on some factors. Okay. Last section of this unit deals with the structure and uses of certain compounds like ethyl chloride, chloroform, etc. The next chapter that is included in this unit is alcohols. Now you have to study the qualitative test of alcohols and structure and uses of certain compounds are mentioned there. Okay. But as we see that there is a star mark, that is asterisk mark on this particular 5 chapters like alkanes, alkenes, conjugated dienes, alkyl halides and your alcohols. This asterisk mark actually represents that you have to also study the method of preparation and the reaction of the compounds, which are superscripted with the asterisk. So that has to be covered additionally. Okay. Coming to the unit 4, you have to study all the details about the carbonyl compound. Okay. And as we are seeing that carbonyl compounds also have an asterisk mark which deals with the aldehyde and ketones only. Okay. In this unit you have to study only aldehyde and ketone. Though carboxylic acid is also an carbonyl compound, but it is being covered in the unit 5. Okay. In this section, you have to study nucleophilic addition, electromeric effect, aldol condensation, cross-aldol condensation, Cannizzaro, cross-Cannizzaro, and certain other main reactions. This section also deals with the structure and uses of certain compounds like formaldehyde, acetone, hexamine, benzaldehyde, etc., which has to be studied critically. The last unit, that is unit 5, deals with the study of your carboxylic acid chapter and the aliphatic amines chapter. So 2 chapters you have to study: carboxylic acids and aliphatic amine. As we are seeing, there is an asterisk mark present on the carboxylic acid as well as the aliphatic amines. So this becomes a chapter which will include your method of preparation and the reactions also. Apart from that, you have to study the acidity of carboxylic acid, effect of substituent on the acidity of carboxylic acid, inductive effect, and certain qualitative tests which are responsible for identification based on the carboxylic acid, amides, ester, etc. The structure and use of the acetic acid, lactic acid, tartaric acid, citric acid, etc. have to be discussed in the next section of this unit and this chapter. The next chapter of Unit 5 is aliphatic amines, in which we have to study about the basicity of amines, effect of substituent on the basicity of amines, qualitative test, and the structure and uses of certain compounds. So this is a complete review that what we have to study and how we have to study. Here are some references given which will be used for our study. Okay, but these references include like Morrison and Boyd, Pinard, Behl and Behl. We can refer Morrison and Boyd and Behl as our standard book for our study. Okay. Coming to the practical section of the Pharmaceutical Organic Chemistry 1, this particularly include 3 subsections in which we are seeing first is including your qualitative analysis of the compounds. Second is including the preparation of suitable solid derivatives of the compounds and construction of the molecular models. Okay. So as we are seeing the first subsection of the first section, that is qualitative analysis of unknown organic compound, includes a preliminary test, detection of elements like nitrogen, sulfur, halogens, solubility test, functional group test, melting point, boiling point test, identification of unknown compound from the literature using melting point and boiling point data, preparation of the derivatives and the confirmation of the unknown compound by melting point and boiling point determination, minimum 5 unknown organic compounds to be analyzed systematically, preparation of suitable solids, derivative of the organic compound, and finally the construction of molecular models will be taught in the practical section. So I think so you have understood the whole concept related to the Pharmaceutical Organic Chemistry 1 subject, both theory and practical. So we have to study all the points very critically. Thank you.